Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. Starting now with news, the New Zealand Institute of Economic Research's Shadow Reserve Bank Board is split on what the Reserve Bank should or will do tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock when Graham Wheeler makes his first decision as Reserve Bank Governor on the official cash rate. Now, most eventually see that official cash rate being cut to under 2%. In fact, NZIER's economist Shamabeel Eaqub sees that rate being cut to as low as 0.275%. That would mean mortgage rates of around 3%. Meanwhile, the New Zealand dollar down overnight to 81.2 US cents, under that 81.4 support level. This is following a fall on the Dow again of as much as 1.5 to 1.6%, down more than 200 points on fears about corporate earnings and the lack of sales now being reported by various large US companies. We're in the middle of earnings season in the United States. This is despite the significant stimulus being pumped into the economy by the US Federal Reserve and other central banks around the world. There simply is a lack of demand, particularly from households and consumers who are still deleveraging from their very high debt levels. And many of those on middle to low incomes have flat incomes in real terms. There's also fears about the fiscal cliff in the United States, and now the presidential race looks like it'll be really tight. Dupont and 3M both reported weak results overnight, and sales are missing forecasts at about 60% of the firms reporting so far in the third quarter. However, despite sales missing forecasts, earnings are actually beating forecasts in 70% of those firms. So what's happening is at the top line, revenues are down, but companies are cutting costs and jobs to try and deal with it. That, of course, is feeding into the lack of demand that's being seen. That means US companies and other companies around the world actually have $4 trillion in cash sitting on their balance sheets. It's not being deployed. They lack confidence to invest it. Finally, gold down $20 an ounce overnight, down to $1,706 an ounce. Remember, just on October 5, it was at $1,793 an ounce. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9 from interest.co.nz.